Alright, we have stripped down the used junkyard car part to where we can go ahead and remove the inner structures that we need. Now what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and strip down the running car, and if you look behind me you can see it's a fucking mess.
Welcome to D.I.Y. Automotive School with my friend Pete and Minnie, the body shop girl. It's everything you need to know about cars and more.
If we come over here, we can see that this is our main power distribution box. Okay, power distribution box. That means this is the main fuse relay box, and all the wires that you see coming through the frame here go up into the car. Now you're looking at that going, what the fuck here? How are we going to get this out of the fucking frame without cutting it up, chopping it up, this, that, and the other? Alright, what we're going to do is we are going to follow this like a snake. And we're going to come down here, and if we look inside here, we can see that the main wire harness is actually connected to the vehicle itself. So what we got to do to get this out properly, alright, and I see that this here goes into the engine, what we got to do is we got to disconnect all these wires individually. Now the good thing about disconnecting these, they only go on one way. And what I'm trying to say by that is it only fits one certain socket. So there's no way that you can mess taking these off and relocating them when you're done. You can see that the way that this main wire harness is put on here is not with a clip type connection, but with a bolt. So now you see that we have our main wire harness out of the way and ready to come apart. I see one more clip down here. We'll get this off. Okay. And now it's ready to go ahead without ruining any connections, without ruining anything. We can now remove our wire harness the way that it's supposed to be removed. The wire harness is your main component that you've got to be very, very careful with. If you fuck up one wire, let's just look at this, and let's say that we take this yellow wire and we accidentally splice it, and this wire right here gets a little sliver in it itself, and these two wires touch together. I don't know what the fuck those are for. Do you know what that wire is? The one with the yellow and blue and solid yellow? I don't know. Do you understand? It's very important to make sure that your wire harness is taken care of in a situation like this. So our basic objective is cables and wires. We want to make sure that we keep all the cables where they go, how they go. Watch closely how they go. If you notice, this goes through the frame right here and comes out. Do you see that? Mm-hmm. And while you're taking these off, you want to be very careful with the clips. Okay? And I'm not saying that all the clips are going to be saved. There's no way that you're going to save every fucking clip on here. But it's important that you try to save as many as possible. Do you see everything's coming apart easily? Look at this. Okay? Do you see how I'm doing this? Mm-hmm. See here? Now we're getting our main wire harness out of the way, see? Now I notice there's a wire over here. Okay, it's not a wire, it's a clip. Clips and wires. That's the situation we have right now taking this front end apart. Okay, look what we got here, dude. Okay, our wire harness is running up under here, see? We got to get that out. You want to be able to pull on this easily. You don't want to pull on your wire harness hard because look what we got here. Okay, what is that? What's that lady called with all them arms that, you know, when she touches you, you turn to stone? Yeah, there you go, bud. That's her right there. The bitch. Okay? Right. She's the bitch. And you don't want to fuck with the bitch, because if you do it wrong, your car ain't going to run. So, now that we got this out of the way, we want to double check Okay, this is part of that, so we can bring this up here. And we want to make sure that everything's out of the way. Okay, we got one more plug right here, I see, that goes over to the alternator. We'll go ahead and get that off of there. And I think we'll be able to... Alright, there's that. And of course, this goes down to the air compressor, which we have to replace. Before we put this on, I want to replace that air compressor. Remember we had that problem? Look at there, the pulley's all bent and shit, so we got to get one of those. So now we can go ahead and take our wire harness and fight through the snakeness that we got. That's what it is, basically, a snake pit. And look what I just found. I found another one. And I think I'm going to go ahead and take a picture of that, because that one looks almost just like the one I unplugged. You understand what I'm saying?
Yep.
It almost looks like this one here, look.
Sure does.
So I'm going to hold this out here, and then I'll go ahead and take a picture of that. Just like that, see? Do you understand now?
That's right.
When you're working on these new cars like this, and it's got millions and millions of feet of wire on it, basically to be good at something in life, basically is taking your time and doing it right. And this must be a special plug because it's got a double whammy, one on each side, see? See there?
Yep.
So that's some special fucking wire, dude, that we don't want to fuck up. It goes to the battery. That must be another fuse type thing.
Yep.
Okay, now we should be able to go ahead and pull this out after all this excruciating pain. And let's see here, hold on. Let's get this out of the way. Okay, because now we got to move this out of the way of that, because we're starting to get all fucked up here. Okay, we can't take that off, but we can move it out of the fucking way. Right there. And then this is our battery. Let's move this out of the fucking way, because we know that's our battery cables, both of them. Stick all that shit right there. And then we should be able to move this out of the, we should be able to take this all the way, looks like out of the whole car, dude. Mm-hmm. Okay? So we're going to go ahead and feed it through our hole here, just like so, very carefully, watching not just to cut the wires, but what else? Dylan?
Sharp edges.
There you go. Now you're fucking paying attention. I didn't want to have to answer that for you, sir. I got one clip holding this. Now you're fucking learning, bud. Safety is always your first measure when it comes to fucking with anything. You're more important than this fucking wire harness. Does that make sense?
That's right.
And now, we should be able to remove this wire harness completely out of the car. Okay? Just like that. Lady Godiva, ready to bite you. What we'll do with this wire harness is put the cover back on here so it doesn't get ruined and we don't lose it. Just like that. And we're going to set this over here out of the way, somewhere where it won't get fucked up, just for right now. I want you to look in here now and see how cleared out that is from when we started. Look at that.
Oh yeah, man.
Do you understand the situation now? Do you see what I'm trying to tell you?
That's right.
A lot of the mumbo jumbo shit that you're going to run into on these is going to be your wiring. Okay? It's going to be the big nightmare of the wire. The wire is the heart. The wire is what makes it beat. That is the vein of the vehicle. Just like a human being has veins running through his body, a car has wires running through its body. I got to go ahead. I'm going to just break it down because I don't think we have to go through every minor and unique detail. We basically showed you what the fuck's going on here, and that is the main situation, is showing you how to do it right. The next thing I'll do is remove the sensors. I'm going to go ahead and take my time. I'm going to find the wire routing. If you notice, this is what the clip looks like on the back side. If you are a little man walking around inside this frame rail, that's what you would see. So we will go ahead and remove this just the way we did our main wire harness, get it all out of the way. Once that's done, we'll remove the power steering cooler, we'll remove our radiator and brake lines, move all that away from the vehicle. And this is another situation we have. Look at all these brake lines because of the anti-brake system here.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Now, I'm going to be honest with you, I was telling you about clips before we end this. These clips right here are very, very hard to save. So if you can't save these clips, there's nothing you can really do. But we're going to try to, because these clips are really in there tight. And they're very hard to save. Here's one right here. I think I saved it. Yes, I did.
Yeah.
But do you see how long that clip is? When you're stretching on that hard of a plastic, it's very hard to... Now this one here is completely gone. No, it's still here. Okay, I'm going to try to save this one. There it is right there. And you can see how crushed this is. We will be replacing this lower frame section, which is a fucking bitch. Let me get it stripped down. Let me get everything, all the hard stuff off, the hard body parts off. The wire harness is your main heart. The wire harness is the situation you really got to pay attention to, and make sure that you know what you're fucking doing, because if you don't do the wire harness right, you're going to be fucked up. I got to get all this other bullshit off. I've said that 67 times now. When I get it stripped down and it looks like this, all right, we'll be back. Did you learn anything now?
Yeah.
Did you see the situation we have here, sir?
That's right.
We got fucking tons and tons of wire, and that's our main fucking situation.
You gotta break it down. You can't just go right at it.
Exactly. Thank you, Dylan. Let's hopefully hope that you did a good job camera guying, because that was 45 fucking minutes of camera.
That's right. My arm's about dead.
And you're getting paid to do that.
Hey,
so
it's getting done, dude.
you're getting paid to stand and film while I'm doing all the work.
That's all right.
That's a good fucking job, isn't it?
It is.
As long as you do a good camera job, everybody's happy.
There you go.
All right, hopefully Dylan has learned a new thing today, and hopefully you, the viewer, have learned a new thing. The hand is doing the talking now, because the hand is what does all the work. And if you can't deal with the hand's only got one thing to say, and that's it, right there. Take it easy. We'll see you later. And make sure you watch all the upcoming videos, if they're not already up yet, of Hard Hit Collision, Crushed In Mustang, Bang Boom Bing, Fix It Right, Do It Right at D.I.Y. Auto School. See you later.
Thanks for watching D.I.Y. Automotive School. Classes don't stop till you know everything.